I think one of the things that really needs improvement on my reservation is the kind of access to learning materials in the sciences, because we had no real labs in biology. I remember, we had books and things, but no labs. And the only lab I remember we did was a blood typing lab. But if you're American Indian, you're all type O, so it doesn't really help to have the A, B antigens because we're all O. So, but we all had our blood type and we were all O, so I know that. But we could have had other labs, and that's something that I know has changed now. But back then, just access to that kind of thing, but also access to teachers who really could make science exciting, talking about the big discoveries in science from the historical past, and the teachers were great, but they just didn't have that level of knowledge also. And so today you have the internet. Everything is there on the internet that can help you promote your interest in science, access to museums, access to national laboratories, and all of that. And so it really is a new age for science. But back then we were really isolated. I think that the number of American Indians being small in the field of science and academics, because this world is only new to us at this point. I mean, when I started, there were only about 2 or 3 American Indians that I saw that had any connection to academia. I was in that transition generation, because those who came before me, I thought, had a much harder time of it, because they were raised in very traditional communities, very traditional lifestyle. And well, at least for me, I had radio and TV, and I could see a little bit of the outside world. But for them, it must have been a real challenge for them. And so those early pioneers opened the road for me, and were mentors to me. And so I think now more and more people are seeing what the value is in research through a number of programs that have developed because of these early pioneers. NIH and NSF have programs that target minority communities to try to build the capacity for those of us who come from these communities to be scientists and academics. And these programs are starting to have effect. And so just last night, for example, I saw 5 Navajo PhDs, all of us, a generation. Here, I think I was the oldest, and going all the way down to the people that just finished their PhD. And we're just standing around talking, and this is something I would never have seen at a SACTUS meeting in earlier ones. And so it's really transitioning to something that I can see 10 years from now, even more productive in terms of number of American Indians who are in the academic world. And that's what I'm looking forward to seeing.